We are the dollars and cents.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Well, today I wanted to talk about a fragrance that I bought maybe about a month or so ago, maybe a little bit less. And this is not going to be an unboxing, first impressions, and update video. Just going to show you guys the presentation and let you guys know my thoughts on the fragrance because I did already try it. It was already ruined the day that I tried, if you will. Story is I went to Dallas and found a perfume shop. They were selling these for like $40, I think. But they had a whole line, I guess the entire line of the men's and the unisex collection from this house. And I was just kind of going through all of them, spraying the little tester strips. And this one stood out, okay? I knew this one was more designery. Couldn't quite put my finger on what it reminded me of. I knew that it was familiar, right? So at first I was thinking this reminds me of Mont Blanc, like Emblem or something kind of similar. I mean, it turns out that I was completely wrong on maybe even on that sort of composition. I didn't compare the notes because I didn't care to look, but I just knew that it was familiar and I knew that it was mainstream, but I liked it. And I knew that it was the really familiarity was really what piqued me. I was like, oh, it's going to bother me because it smells really good. I sprayed my hand on that. And usually, when I test a bunch, I'll just spray strips. But with this one, I actually sprayed my hand. The other ones were strips. This one I sprayed my hand because I wanted to really see how it developed. And I ended up finding this fragrance on Amazon. I think it was around $40, I think, after tax, which is not a bad price for what you get. We'll get to more on that here in a minute. But it is Afnar signature Pour Homme. So this is going to be, I believe it's a clone house, like legitimately straight up, like everything they make is going to be a clone of something else. Wasn't that turned on by the box? It kind of has like a I don't know, what do you call this? Like lizard skin or something like that. Something like scales or cheap leather. I'm not really sure like what you call that. It does look like some boots or something, right? I can't remember exactly what skin that resembles. We'll just say like lizard or something, but it does have like a leathery type of texture to it. Silver label on the back with some ingredients. Not much going on with this else with this presentation here. And here's the bottle. Again, kind of an ugly bottle. Not the worst bottle I've ever seen, but just kind of ugly. It's kind of clunky. Has like a design on the cap there. Not sure if that's going to be able to zoom for you guys or not, but it has like a weird design on it. It's I think this is metal. It feels like it's metal. That the cap is weighty. It just, it just kind of doesn't go with anything. It's just sort of just a bottle. It's like a bottle they had laying around, and they just decided to put a fragrance in it. And at the end of the day, it is about the juice. Again, it's not a cheap bottle. It's super heavy. It's super thick. I mean, thick glass. I think the bottom of the bottle, it's like this much. It's like maybe an inch, 3/4 of an inch of glass here at the bottom. So it's nice, heavy, and thick and weighty. So it's not the worst. So that's the bottle and the box for this fragrance. Nothing special to really look at. Again, you're only paying what, $40, I think I said. So you're not going to get some really awesome presentation, but again, it's not the worst. It is a men's amber spicy fragrance released in, I read, 2021. The nose behind this fragrance, we'll get to that again in a minute, but technically, I believe, you guys can correct me in the comments if this is a technicality or not, but technically, I believe the nose behind this fragrance is going to be Antoine Maison Doux. I'll explain that more in a sec. And it is an eau de parfum concentration. The notes for this fragrance, in the top, we have mandarin and apple. In the mid, we have nutmeg, orange blossom, and carrot seeds. And in the base, we round things off with vanilla, tonka bean, suede, and woody notes. Okay, so when I looked this fragrance up, it was a little bit hard to find online. It took me to like Amazon UK. So I can't buy from there, and if I can, I didn't want to because I think it charges extra for shipping. So I might have said that I found this on Amazon. I meant to say I bought it on eBay. I found it on Amazon, and that's what gave me the notes and everything and the information about it. That and for Granica. And again, we'll get to that in a second. But I found this on eBay. That's where I bought this one from. Guys, no one's gonna be faking these. It's a clone already. They're not gonna clone a clone, okay? And so, yes. So what I did was I Googled the notes that I found for this one because I could not figure out what it reminded me of. and they don't have the Afnars aren't, at least not this one, isn't on Fragrantica. So I couldn't go see what it reminded people of. So I was still like, just super curious about what it was or what it was a clone of. So I just copied and pasted the notes in the search bar and just hit send or enter, and it took me to Armani Code Absolute, which was fantastic because I was like, oh, like it reminded. I knew that it was familiar. I knew that it was mainstream. I knew that I liked it, but I didn't. I don't know if I ever would have guessed Armani Code Absolute because I didn't get like that Armani Code DNA, that Dr. Pepper whatever soda pop thing that I get from that DNA. Unfortunately, I don't have that one anymore, and so I can't try them side by side. But I can say they are similar. And that's what I was saying about Antoine Mazion Duke, because he was the original nose for Code Absolu. So maybe he's sort of the originator of this, since they use the same exact composition. This fragrance is nice though, okay? Really, really nice fragrance, nice and sweet. I mean, you guys know what Code Absolute smells like. And if you don't, it sort of smells like the other codes. It smells like kind of like Cold Parfumo or Absolute Gold. I mean, they're kind of similar. This one out of all those was my favorite. And I will say that this one has been the Code Absolute has been discontinued. At least that's what I heard. When I went on Fragrantica, I'm clicking on like fragrance.net. I can still find them. They're still readily available, but you're paying more for that bottle. I believe you're getting a 2.5 ounce of that one for around $91 on fragrance.net. Now, can you get them cheaper somewhere else? Maybe, but technically you're getting more juice with this fragrance here. So it's going to be up to you guys what you guys want more. Unfortunately, like I said, I didn't try them side by side, so I can't tell you how close they are. Going off of memory, this is a good fragrance. This fragrance does smell like the original composition. It's nice and sweet and fruity and woody and warm and spicy. I'm not gonna say it's fresh. It's just fruity with the apple. Super spicy from the woods. Now the woods in this is what I really like the most, because it kind of reminded me, and it might even be better than the woods they put in the Code Absolute. This reminded me of the woody notes that you get, like in the exclusives that you get from Parfums de Marly, like Leighton exclusive or exclusive, however you guys want to pronounce it. And they have Pegasus, and they might have one more, but for sure those two. I just got Pegasus exclusive not that long ago, and they're really harsh, not in a bad way, but really harsh, very woody, like harsh woody notes are sort of what you get in this one. So I actually really like that, because it gives it more of a niche feel, honestly, because it reminded me of sort of that same woody note. And we all know Parfums de Marly are just beast mode fragrances. And we'll get to the projection on that stuff here in a minute, guys. But yeah, I think this is a really nice fragrance. I think that you guys are going to save money with this fragrance because, like I said, 2.5 ounces for the original for, $91 when you can pay $38.99 on eBay for 100 ml. And it's good juice, guys, especially if you like that fragrance. And like I said, it's discontinued. So who knows what they're going to be going for in a year or 6 months. But I will say, the longevity of this fragrance, I'd got 8+ hours with it every single time. I might even say 12 hours, okay? But for sure, 8 hours. Every time I wore this fragrance, I would, whenever I was getting ready, I went for my run, I would, get in to the shower, and, you'd have the hot steam in the shower. Literally, just the first thing I smelled was like strong, woody vanilla note. Like, it was fantastic. So I know it lasts like a really, really long time. Projection, maybe Beast. I had one guy at work go, man, what are you wearing? And he was like a ways away, and this was like 4 hours after I put it on. So it was projecting really well. I'm not gonna say Beast, but maybe Beast. I know it's really, really good for sure. That's a fact right there. It's really, really good. And if just to be safe, I'll say it's just under Beast, but who knows? I mean, it depends how much the stuff you guys put on. It's gonna be Beast mode. Seasons for this fragrance, if you guys haven't guessed already, it's going to be the colder months of the year. Fall, winter, early spring. But I mean, I would rock this fragrance like anytime. I just think it's such a sexy fragrance, guys. Yeah, it might be a little bit cloying in the super duper heat of the summer, but I mean, it's a very sexy fragrance. I wouldn't mind smelling like this. Maybe the apple makes it kind of a little bit fresh, maybe a little bit. I don't know. Occasions for this fragrance. Well, if you guys haven't guessed already, it's going to be evening occasions, guys. Date night, suit and tie, dress down. Club fragrance. I do think it's safe enough for work. Just go easy on the trigger, but I think this is going to be a fantastic fragrance for the club, guys. for sure. You're gonna be turning some heads from the ladies with this fragrance for sure. But yeah, evening events, suit and tie. Wherever you guys wore Armani Code Absolute, you're gonna want to wear this fragrance to that occasion as well. Ages for this fragrance considered 25 and up. I think a 20 and up can pull it off, but with this version here, the woody note is very, very sharp, very, very spicy. I think it's going to be a little bit too masculine for some of the young guys, but it is very easily affordable for the young guys. So we'll just say 25 and up to be safe. But overall, guys, yeah, nice fragrance. If you guys are fans of Armani Code Absolu or even Profumo or just Armani Code, like that DNA or that type of fragrance, like I said, the DNA is not super in this one, but if you just like that type of fragrance, warm, spicy, maybe fresh spicy, but sweet, vanilla sweet. There's some suede in this, a little bit of leatheriness in there, not too much. Yeah, it has some nutmeg, so it has a little bit of like a gourmand feel with that and the tonka beans and the woody notes. Just a really, really nice fragrance. If you like those types of fragrances, guys, you might want to get your hands on this one. Super affordable. Super good performance, guys. Got compliments with this one. So has anyone other tried Anfar Signature Pour Homme? If you have, let me know your thoughts on this fragrance down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys think about this. Am I crazy for thinking this one smells like Armani Code Absolute, even though they do share the same note pyramid, I guess? But am I crazy for liking this one? Am I crazy with my ratings? Let me know down in the comments, guys. All opinions are welcome, guys. But check this one out, guys. But thank you guys so much for watching this video on my channel. If you like this video, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications for future first impressions videos and first edit content just like this, guys. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Dollars and Cents. There, you'll find first edit photos and future contest winners. And as always, till next video, you guys take care. Thanks.